This cover terrifies me. That is clearly Danielle's back, not her front, meaning her head has been turned around completely. I have no idea how she's still alive right now.
Argo Font Book Review, Argo Font Book Review.
This book was written by Nola Thacker. Our plot kid today is Danielle Roberts, the 9-year-old who had leukemia in book 48. Due to popular demand, her leukemia has gone into remission and she is 100% healthy again. Hooray! I wonder what other fan-favorite characters are going to get sequel books, because Danielle was totally not on the list of characters I wanted to see return. Danielle proves to be as much fun as before, when she and Charlotte come over to play in Jessi's ballet room. They use the mirror to write silly backwards messages about cute boys like Billy Dobson. Isn't Danielle creative? Stacy is late for a BSE meeting for the first time ever. Stacy! Danielle's mother calls, and Christy makes a joke out of the fact that Jessi wants all the Danielle babysitting jobs. Ha ha! But later on, both Christy and Stacy are assigned to watch Danielle when Jessi is free. So what happened to giving all the Danielle jobs to Jessi? Continuity! Danielle is very active. She steals her mother's rollerblades and smashes into a bookcase. When Jessi learns Danielle isn't hurt, she decides it's not a big deal. They clean up the bookcase, and Jessi decides not to tell Mrs. Roberts. Jessi and Becca overhear Aunt Cecilia talking to her friend, Mr. Major. They are laughing and talking about a wedding. Jessi and Becca assume that Aunt Cecilia is getting married to this guy that they've never met before. That's totally ridiculous, but who cares? It's another wedding! Oh, weddings are amazing! Maybe Jessi can be a bridesmaid this time. Stacy is supposed to babysit Danielle. An hour before the job, she tells Marianne to cover for her, then hangs up before Marianne can say no. Dang it, Stacy, you're a terrible friend. She just lost all the awesomeness points she got in the previous book. When Marianne babysits, Danielle uses an old mattress to slide down the stairs in the basement. Not only does this make a huge mess, but it's also dangerous because there are sharp tools lying around there. Just like last time, Marianne keeps it a secret and figures Danielle will tell her mother all about it. Obviously, Danielle does not tell her mom that she misbehaved. Yes, she is a magical, wonderful child, but that doesn't extend to getting herself in big trouble when she doesn't have to. I don't know why the BSC members assume Danielle would make a big confession without prompting. It's almost like they've never met a 9-year-old before. At the next BSC meeting, all the girls agree they're doing the right thing by not telling the parents that Danielle is a troublemaker. Stacy doesn't show up at all. She calls 3 minutes before the meeting ends and says, "Sorry," then hangs up without telling anybody why she wasn't there. Dang it, Stacy! She's become even worse than the girl from Jessi and the Bad Babysitter. Jessi and her sister go wedding shopping, and Aunt Cecilia double-checks a date with Mr. Major. That must be when the wedding is! Christy babysits Danielle and Greg. Becca, Charlotte, Haley, and Vanessa show up, and hold on, that is 6 kids. Last book, there was a storyline about how the girls never babysit for more than 4 kids at once. Why doesn't anybody care about that rule in this book? Continuity! The kids sneak into the bathroom, which has a sliding glass door on the shower. They tape the sides of the door and fill the shower with water, so the entire shower is a huge pool. And then they added food coloring for some reason. Is it just me, or has Danielle become even worse than the girl from Christy and the Worst Kid Ever? Christy makes the girls clean up the mess. She's about to tell Danielle's mother what happened when Mom gets worried about Danielle's leukemia and Christy decides to keep it a secret. At the next club meeting, the girls agree Danielle is a troublemaker. They call Mrs. Roberts and tell her about all 3 incidents, but Mom brushes them off as high spirits. They reluctantly drop the issue and go back to gushing over Aunt Cecilia's wedding. On the wedding day, Jessi and her siblings get dressed up. Aunt Cecilia tells them she's not getting married, she's going to someone else's wedding. Jessi's parents laugh, and she realizes they're going to make fun of her for this forever. This is a mirrored storyline. Danielle will stop misbehaving if she gets married to cute boy Billy Dobson. No, just kidding. Stacy flakes out on babysitting again, and Danielle steals her parents' car with all of her friends inside. She doesn't know how to drive, so she crashes it into another car across the street. Vanessa is hurt so badly she needs stitches. Chapter 12 is a little weird. Jessi gets all the credit for taking control of the situation and helping the girls, but she doesn't. Some neighbors step in and take care of everything. As for Jessi, she has no idea what happens after the car crash.
The police and the ambulance arrived at the same time. I don't remember much of what happened next.
The next thing Jessi knows, she's in the hospital with Vanessa. The next thing she knows after that, her dad is taking her home. So Jessi kind of misses out on the most interesting part of the book. I thought that was weird. Danielle's parents apologize for letting her get so out of hand. Danielle's friends start to avoid her, and this is the mirrored storyline. Stacy realizes, oh, I've been a terrible friend too. She realizes friendship is important and good friends forgive each other, so she helps Danielle get her friends back, and everybody's glad Stacy's back to normal. I guess the book was a chapter short because we have a random chapter where Jessi tricks Aunt Cecilia and Mr. Major into having a romantic candlelit dinner together. I thought this was weird. They already said they're not getting married. Why are you trying to set them up with each other? So again, Aunt Cecilia tells Jessi she's not getting married. And the next BSC meeting is interrupted by Danielle and the other girls playing Halloween. Isn't Danielle creative? The end. Post-book follow-up. What was wrong with Stacy? Why did she stop showing up at meetings and babysitting jobs? We never find out because the girls never bother to ask. As a result, the entire subplot feels like a waste. It's good that Stacy resolved her problems in the end, but I have no idea what her problems were to begin with, so I'm not happy. I'm just confused and worried for what's going to happen in the next book. Dawn's biggest contribution to the book is saying 3 sentences at a club meeting. I find it weird that we went through all the drama of sending Dawn to California, then bringing her back just to ignore her. Why bring her back if she's not going to do anything? I know they can't have all 7 girls be important in every book, but it feels like a waste. I like the marriage storyline. It was fun and silly. I only half liked the Danielle storyline. I liked how it fit Danielle's personality. The problems she caused were creative and interesting to read about. But at the same time, we've had plenty of other books where the BSC deals with a problem child. Also, problem adults and problem teenagers. So it's really easy to guess how the story's going to end. It's decent for what it is, and it's certainly better than the last book with the same storyline, so I will rate it 1 point higher than that one. I think if I had liked Danielle's first book, then I would really enjoy this book. This book would be great, but I didn't really like Danielle to begin with, so the book was just sort of so-so. I give Babysitters Club number 81, Jessi and the Troublemaker, a 6 out of 10.